What?
Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good.
So this is going to be my first impression of First Light 007 game by IO Interactive, and I'm going to be cutting up the video so you don't have to watch the whole thing if you didn't want to, because I believe the whole thing was over an hour. State of Play is coming out in the next 30 minutes, as you can see right there. I'm going to be cutting up the highlights and the best moments, so you can definitely enjoy those parts and enjoy them with me. Alright, here we go. IO Interactive, I believe in you.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
You're not, Damien. Meet
Bond. James Bond.
Oh shit. One second. State of Play 007, oh my gosh. So this is all 007 stuff.
What he did in Iceland.
What he did was ill-disciplined, utterly reckless. Give me one good reason to put him in the program, Mom.
Hi, I'm Hakan Abrak, game director on 007 First Light. So without
Audio
further
issues.
ado...
Oh wow. I can see how the driving sections could be interesting, but open world, sometimes that scares people away.
Cover. Fingers were the last line of defense.
Exhilarating. Greenway's testing you, mate.
Are they in US? Is he driving? Is he driving on the left side? No UI, I don't know where we're driving. Could be hard mode with disabled.
I think I have.
Something to do with an operation called Nightfall.
Begs the question. Did
No, he is
009
driving.
get Greenway out of good faith.
He is driving on the left side like a USA person. Son of a bitch. This guy says, whoa, this gameplay is so full of action.
We're live, gentlemen.
God damn it.
Switch to comms. Monroe, with me. James.
Invitation, please.
Blake and Loretta York. Plus the help.
Welcome to the Grand Carpathian.
Sing. Staff quarters.
Maybe she'll get a chase at the end. What are we, born yesterday? Hitman without the barcode. It's Tom Holland! It's Tom Holland! GameCube graphics. Get out of the side door.
Not exactly the 5-star treatment. Reporting suspicious behavior.
009?
No, one of the hotel staff. Strangest looking bellhop I ever saw. He was mishandling luggage.
Are you joking? What are we, the local tourist board?
It's literally, what's her name?
It was check it out.
Diana!
Not. 009 is our
It's literally
only
Diana!
Good aim. Now,
Day at your post, James. That's an order.
Oh, damn. Forgot my press badge.
You're not the first.
Can I duck through? I need to
I'm
catch up with that
surprised I
bellhop. Show me your
don't
ID.
hear some developer
Better go and
talking
get my
now.
ID then.
Interactive movie? No, you gotta assess the situation, man. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Very Hitman-y, but, you know, that's not the worst thing right now. They even got the same detector thing.
What the? God.
Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind.
There's someone prowling around, eh? Guard! Must have been a wind. Guard!
No wrench needed. That's true, right? Stop crying, chat. 007 is the OG. Yeah, but Hitman is the OG game.
What?
Ken Banks, penetration tester. I need to have a stern word with your manager.
Good.
That's my new nickname.
Penetration tester.
Which room is here? Dunno.
Hitman James Bond. Did you expect this developer to not make something that makes big inspiration from a hugely critically acclaimed franchise, a franchise that leads itself to a Bond? Yeah, I know, right? I know. But penetration tester. It's kind of
Let's see what all the fuss is about.
genius. I'm going to just do that because I feel like
There's
I'm...
Greenway.
I really wonder
Kingsley alert.
if there is
Let's not
a
get spotted just yet. Need to build a case first.
loud option.
I can't take credit, I'm afraid. The hotel owner has a huge collection of mixology books from the 20s.
Book collector, huh?
Now, yes, his pride and joy.
Did you notice the blonde bellhop who just passed through here?
There's a face you'd pick out in the lineup. Probably one of the pimps.
Oh shit, I'm taking out the chat.
Just need a quiet word. Nothing dramatic.
That's why I had that. Oh, we got a little bit of a cutscene thing going on. Bro, skip the gameplay.
Just who the hell are you?
Not now. Out.
Oh no.
That's the car.
Those physics are
Too much of a head start. We need to
wonky
cut
for
the
a
corner.
Careful what
showcase.
you wish for.
Oh no.
Ambulances, watch
Nothing's
it.
wrong with the camera placement. I don't think so. What's wrong with the camera placement? Too close?
Look out! Buckle up.
TYK, yes. Yes. Like, I don't know what I'm else supposed to do with that yes.
Chief.
What do you mean zero civilians? You've been seeing civilians drive the whole time. He was just going outside of the area. I'm not gonna argue with that kind of person.
Hold tight.
Now we're talking.
It could have had more of a shake when you landed, but whatever. Wait, if I wanted to play Forza, I'll play Forza, okay. Driving is incredibly, not incredibly sluggish, but definitely sluggish. The drifting looks good.
There. Pull over.
Why are people who are interested in this? Why are people who are not interested in Hitman even talking bad about this game? I mean, how does he know what they're interested in?
I've had worse.
It is not finally over. It's literally another level. 10 bullets. Bluff, lure, and focus, huh? Reading this chat is just
like
embarrassing. It's really pathetic how desperate they're trying to hate everything and try to sound smart while doing it. Alan Wade, what the fuck? Because he's walking through the woods?
You were warned.
Okay, I see. There we go. he wanted to shoot the barrel. The face got in the way. Nice destruction, though. Why would you reload while not taking cover? Come on, player. The destruction definitely looks very linear, or what's the word? Oh. Choreographed is kind of what I'm thinking of, but there's a specific word for it. Ooh. Okay, kind of cool, kind of cool. Why didn't he shoot? Blows up whole facility. Guard. Hey, wait a minute. Put up your hands. Nope, did a nice little skip and hop. Why Max Payne? He didn't do one slow motion. Wow. Shotguns really just explode when you throw them at people, huh? One FPS. Oh god. Okay. That was smooth. Superman? is this Superman the game? God of War 007. Liar liar ending, look at that. That's the deep cut. Michael Bay can direct for all the video games, and as long as it's... Ah, damn. Talking about winging it. Awesome. Very linear and...
Okay.
What's the word that I'm thinking of? Scripted, but there's a word for it, right? Is scripted the word I'm thinking about?
Snug in the front.
Use, that... You skipped.
It's all up to me. Think. Need a way to force it down.
There was just a gun
I
shoot
can access the flight control system.
on the wing. No one was
Let's make some turbulence.
alerted. Wow, interesting little mini game you got here. Oh boy. And I'm saying that, and I'm saying it looks nauseating, but at the same time, I play lots of VR and games like that. This is the console gameplay. It has to be Switch 2.
Hey, I'm Patrick Gibson, and I'm honored to announce that I'm playing James Bond in IO Interactive's much-anticipated game, 007 First Light.
Bond's world is all about what's seen and what's hidden beneath the surface. You've just watched an extended mission playthrough. No commentary, just a raw experience.
Yeah, I'm surprised no commentary.
There's more than what meets the eye. In this next section, we'll guide you through
how
it all works. The tools, systems, and choices that shape the gameplay in 007 First Light.
Where infiltration and espionage are just two of many spycraft skills. Our unseasoned but highly trained Bond must track an assassin through a sophisticated Kensington gala. You'll want to blend in with the crowd while scouting for tactical options. Bond must gain access to the upper floors, but some areas are off limits.
Sorry, sir. Can't let you through.
Just looking for the bathroom.
Other side of the bar.
Dialogue from other characters can offer clues to the mission's progression. Listening in on conversations is a useful intelligence tactic, potentially revealing opportunities for an easy breach.
Do that. Rob Minkley, Crux Magazine.
And you are?
Okay, so I like all the different kind of perspectives they do. That's really well done on IO's side. Very well done.
Sorry, miss, but this man can't go upstairs.
Relax, fellas. He's with me.
You say so.
A good time to drop in.
You won't always receive the red carpet treatment.
The funny thing is
to his advantage
I'm waiting for them to
routes,
dress up.
exploiting opponent's position and the odds. Bond can always go with a quick and blunt strategy.
Oh my god.
Could have played that a little smoother, James.
Alternatively, Bond can opt for a more elegant style, using the scan from his watch to highlight options for distraction and misdirection.
Very high-techy. That's a neat mechanic, but I don't like how they displayed it here.
The laser fires a direct beam of energy that can be used offensively against targets, or tactically on environmental weak points to avoid combat or spring traps.
That's funny. He walked by instead of crouching. That was weirdly edited. They went back way too far.
The smoke device confuses and disorients foes, letting you pass through undetected, offering a chance for concealed stealth takedowns. The world of 007 First Light will see Bond face different opponents, some of whom cannot be bluffed or charmed into compliance. Using a dart phone to incapacitate them will give you an opportunity to talk your way out.
Oi, I need to find Saunders. There's a chance the suspect is dressed as security. The bastard could be hiding right under your noses.
Damn. I'll keep an eye out for new faces.
But sometimes,
Cheers.
hard as you may try to stay hidden, a fight is unavoidable.
Who are you looking for?
Relax, off-duty museum security.
Don't.
Having been discovered, Bond will need to rely on more than wits and
James Blur!
to contain the situation. In melee combat against multiple assailants, you'll need to think fast. Combining throws, parries, and direct strikes with environmental takedowns and items.
Yeah. Like I said, there's obviously destruction in the game and a lot of environmental.
You will be granted a license to kill.
Huh.
Trained by the Royal Navy, Bond is an expert marksman. His Q pistol firearm is a great conversation starter. With quick thinking, you can turn the tables on your enemies by making the very environment a deadly weapon.
Nice idea, but 90% of the players are not going to utilize
Gadgets
that.
used for or provide further offensive options, allowing you to fight fire with fire, or distract to make your escape.
I find it insane how many basement dwellers in the comments hate on this. Looks like amazing, and if you play it from you know this game is still gonna knock it out of the park.
Or tactical improvisation.
007 FPS. What a joker.
Or environmental. Bond must be fast.
Thank you for your visit.
Ah, stylish.
Somehow I doubt that.
You can't lie. There is a nice slickness to it. Exclusive outfits. Max Scoville, yeah.
That was great. You can grab people and just kind of push them off of ledges and fall with them. That was a highlight.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yes. How many?
For anybody who's like, oh, James Bond is ripping off Uncharted, I would like to point out that without Indiana Jones, we wouldn't have an Uncharted, and without James Bond, we wouldn't have Indiana Jones, because that's what Steven Spielberg made when he couldn't get the rights from Albert Broccoli. So
well
here we
said,
are. Everything
Mark.
goes full circle.
The combat looks a lot of fun. The fact that you can pick up pool balls and throw them at people. Like, it's just, there's so
I don't
many
think this
options you're
person's
gonna
played a
get in
Hitman
this,
game.
And it's got this big sweeping story and these characters and stuff like that. But you have a lot of wiggle room on how you want to handle those things in between. Because I feel like that's going to create some really funny moments and some really impressive moments for people streaming, people uploading clips and stuff like that. Like that's what this is all about.
But the clips are going to look the same if they're scripted.
And I always said that like Hitman World of Assassination is already like a pretty perfect 007 game. The difference is that like the
gadgets and
quippy one-liners that Bond says
yeah,
are
there's
just the name
charisma.
of like unlockable things that 47 does.
Yeah.
Like they have lots of really corny wordplay that's buried in the menus. And
But that's part of the charm
like
of
in this case,
47.
Bond is just going to fire off like he had that line in there where he's like, photography can be a very negative experience or something.
Yeah.
Yes, just give me that cornball nonsense. I love it. I'm into it.
Yo, where did the boss go?
I'm not sure. He looked a little dead after I was finished with him.
Wait, belladonna? Isn't that poisonous?
Yes,
Should I be concerned?
I'm not.
When you're done with this job, the contracts will be rolling in.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Rangan. Can you look up a bit? Thank you.
That's part of like the sort of appeal of the character is, he's outside of just being like this, trained assassin, hitman type character that, infiltrates international espionage and all that. He's also like, he's
this guy's all over the place.
Women to go home with him by being, kind of. We've been hearing stories for years about the, what's going on next with the actual Bond film franchise, and to me, that's like you could build a franchise for 10, 15 years, which in this day and age is only 2 games, so we don't have to wait that long, which is awesome.
All right, producers, let's cut him.
I'm just saying, I'm happy. This is our first Bond game. By the time it drops, it'll be like 14 years since our last Bond.
Wow, yeah.
And
007 Legends,
the next one, so
2012.
Kind of crazy.
Anybody who's like looking at this and being like, wow, jeepers, this looks cool, and they hadn't messed with Hitman World of Assassination, fix that immediately. Those games are. I was kind of asleep
Nice,
on the
Mark.
first 2 because like the first one came out.
Max,
episodic,
sorry, Max.
And then the second one was they're spectacular.
Someone just said that Solas on
Thing is, like,
360
we look
was
at the
my
track record
favorite.
of Bond video games. They've had them for a minute. Like the big one being that this is going to be a lot of people's maybe first exposure to this character, and then it'll get them an
That was
opportunity to go back
really
and
badly
maybe
done.
check out some of the best movies and books. But like
A thing moving like that, and it barely affected him. At least let there be a better animation for it.
In video game form, that's like we get another one here, and that's awesome. Like we've seen Bond games where they were like,
What was that? The screensaver?
Also, real quick, I do want to say I rewatched the most 2 recent Daniel Craig movies, and I think that pound for pound, Daniel Craig has the best Bond run. There's one key piece of advice I would say to anybody who wants to go back and revisit those. You got to treat Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace as one movie, and you got to treat Spectre and No Time to Die as one movie. Like there's this, it's 5 movies, but there's this weird like 2-part intro, 2-part
Interesting.
outro. But those,
I feel like
the
Quantum of
first
Solace
part
was very
flows into
forgettable.
The second part and the fourth part flows into the 5th part, and it's a totally different viewing experience if you actually, watch them like that.
Close to like
All right.
the Uncharted 4
I'm basically done with
where
this.
you're
I'm just going to. That's pretty much it. I don't need to listen to the rest of that because at the end, it's just their own opinion. So I'm just going to tell my opinion, right? My favorite thing actually about this was the hit detection and the illusion of destruction. And when I say that, I mean it's very scripted destruction moments, which look cool, but it just feels a little bit too synthetic to enjoy for me. At least for me, right? And there's a lot of things that just kind of don't work. But, it's a James Bond, so we're supposed to kind of suspend our disbelief a lot because that's really in those action moments that James Bond kind of did, especially modern James Bond, right? But there's some things that's really hard to get past, like that explosion right there. He didn't even like flinch. At least give me a flinch, right? That was cool. That little part. Let's look at that again. No, you know what? It looked cooler the first time. And then there was the part with the smoke. They're all affected. He's not wearing anything. He's not wearing a mask. He's not wearing a device, right? And then he just walks by like that. Like, it's weird. At least put on something, or maybe if you run by, you're not as affected, maybe, or maybe the screen at least changes a little bit. So it's a weird decision. It's a weird choice to make him immune for no reason. It's a nitpick, but it's an annoying one. It's the kind of things that when I strategize and plan around, I'm like, oh no, I can't put my smoke here because I'm gonna cough and get affected by it. But no, I could actually just walk by it. But yeah, the charisma of James Bond works. It has the same kind of mechanical dialogue as Red Dead in terms of like, you know, walking in a scenario and just kind of like doing quick decisions instead of like a dialogue tree. Here it just looks like bluff though. It just looks like a bluff. Either say nothing or bluff. So I don't know. And like I said, the hit detection is like one of my favorite things about this so far. Maybe after this part. See, very slick, very slick. So to aim for those kind of things, I'm sure there's going to be a highlighting thing there. And the fighting reminds me more of Jason Bourne more than Sleeping Dogs. I played Sleeping Dogs. I beat Sleeping Dogs, which isn't a bad thing because it looks very cinematic, right? You got the cinematic option. I also noticed the lack of blood too, so this game's going to be a PG-13 game. Nothing wrong with it, just saying. But that's cool. You disarmed him by shooting him, his arms. That was kind of neat. And then the beginning of that, this was slow, but, you know, kind of neat. Makes me want to play Hitman for sure. I feel like this is the kind of game where you pull out a gun and then the level will be over and be like, what are you doing, James Bond? Or what are you doing, Bond? You know. So that's pretty much really it. I feel like I said everything I did as a first impression. Kind of weird that the game lagged out, or not, the stream lagged out. But it was the actual stream, not my stream, because the game left off where I stopped, I believe, right? And this is the artificial destruction in case I want to see that shooting again. So let's see. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Yeah, it looks effective. It looks effective. Let's see. Pretty cool, pretty cool. It seemed like it was, I love this part. The guy tried to shoot the barrel, but the guy got in the way. That made me laugh. After watching everything, you know, I have the same impression that it is very Hitman-like, as everyone in the chat is saying and agreeing with. And again, it's not a bad thing, right? And ultimately, it made me feel like it needs a little more time. Yes, it's coming in November, I believe, but ultimately, I feel like it looks a little rigid. It looks a little janky in some places, and it looks like they need to kind of consider more details a little more specifically, things like I mentioned in this video. So yeah. So ultimately, as it is, I can't say I'm the most excited for it. And also, by the way, just a quick look back, and this mechanic is interesting, but it doesn't have great execution because it looks nauseating. Thank you very much for watching, and IO Interactive, I hope you don't hate me for this video. I'm just being my honest, open self, as you can hopefully see, and the care that, you know, I want to go into this project. It deserves everything you can give it. I think it's a great franchise overall, and I think it's in the right hands. So I look forward to the updates, and best of luck in the future development. I'm gonna go play Hitman now.